Welcome everyone to the Makeup Angels in Action. I'm sorry I had tech issues again today. I think every time I get on StreamYard, I'm going to have to reset my browser and reconnect my camera and mic until I get this sorted. So this might be me needing to call in some tech people. But in a few minutes, in about 25, 30 minutes, I'm going to be hopping on with Chris Alba, who is one of the wonderful people I'm going to be having help me with my programs along with Susie and Tara at larkinsreadings.com for our live here also on StreamYard. So you can join us there. Until then, I'm going to do about 25 minutes of angel card readings for you guys to make up for the tech issues that I had yesterday. And I apologize, but you know what? We will get through it. I'm on here doing lives every day with you guys now, so we will get through it. So today I'm just going to do some live angel card readings for you to make up for yesterday. And then on Monday, Susie and I will be back together to do our normal Angels in Action broadcast. And we thank you guys for our patience. We love you so much. I'm going to light a little incense for us. The cards I'm going to be using today for you guys are all of these that I'm going to use today are actually from Doreen Virtue. I'll turn on my comments in a second. I still have my banner up. I love it because I like to use the combination of the Archangel cards, the Angel Therapy, and the Daily Guidance cards. Usually the Daily Guidance cards I will use when I do live reads, but it just depends on who's here, what I think or feel you need, and what you guys decide that you need. I don't always use all three decks at one time. I normally choose one. Here, hold on, I'm just getting my incense. My incense is a little wobbly. Doesn't want to stay straight. I don't know if you guys can see. It doesn't want to stay in the box. Today, I think the bottom part's like really, it's not very stiff. It doesn't want to stay. Hold on a minute. Let me get this. Let me shorten it a little bit. I don't want it falling over in the box. Let's see if making me cough though. There we go. So, so guys, if you're, whether you get card readings or whether you practice cards, I just want to remind you a little something Susie and I were talking about last week, that the tools that you use, Susie likes to help use the tools to help train you guys to connect with spirit. And I agree with that. I think it depends on the person. I also like to kind of do the opposite. I like to help people learn and trust how to tune in and connect with spirit without and beyond the tools, such as the pendulums and the crystals and the cards. I don't think either one is necessarily better or worse. You know, Susie and I both came about our abilities in different ways, and you guys will each come about it in your own. You know, Susie likes to use the tools as a way of helping you guys then tune into to spirit and learn to read them, and then you can sort of eliminate those tools if you need to. Just use your intuition, right, on your medium and psychic connection, if that's what you want. If you're into developing those. I like to do the opposite because I developed my abilities just with nothing. I used no tools. The only thing I did was I spent time in nature, and I wrote, I journaled. But those were all things that cleared the mind. And so one of the reasons I like to approach it the opposite way, again, not that one is better than the other. You know, Susie and I both got there of our own accords, but When you're really connecting with consciousness, with your soul, with spirit, what you're doing is you're bypassing the mind. You're using the mind as a tool. And the thing about tools is you're using your mind. And so again, there's no right or wrong way to do it. You guys can do either and both. Susie and I we tend to favor approaching it the opposite way, but it really does depend on the individual, and we both agree on that. So whether you want to develop these abilities and you want to start using tools or not, or do both, I would probably just recommend doing both. Um, I recommend that because the point is to get your ego out of the way so you can connect with the bigger reality of source and spirit beyond ego, right? Because spirit, your spirit team, your guides, your angels, fairies, elves, your loved ones that have passed on, they don't think like you. They don't even think. They're aware. They're conscious, right? Thinking is really a human thing. So they're you like without your ego. And so in order to connect with them, we have to this is where people have questions about is it me? Or is it me and my thinking? Or is it my mind? Is it my ego, right? And so, you can practice that with or without the tools. One thing that Susie and I both 100% agree on in all of this is that the time with nature, because you are nature, despite the fact that for thousands of years religion has tried to tell us that nature is pagan and the devil. No, nature actually is God because you are a part of nature. Nature is pure sentient energy. All the living beings in nature, including us, we just like to pretend we're separate because we build all these cities and all this stuff. We separate ourselves, but we're not really separate. So when you're connecting with nature is speaking to your soul, your eternal consciousness, because everything in nature is, sorry, my incense is crackling. Nature is sentient, just like your soul. So the reason I grew up preserving my cosmic memory and using this stuff in nature is because then I was in nature and then I was writing. And the journaling allowed me to see my mind versus spirit. So I could start to distinguish between my ego and my consciousness, my spirit guides, my angels, my loved ones, and whatnot. Okay. So, anyway, if you guys are interested more in that, both Susie and I and my dear friend Chris Alba are going to be joining me in my Awakening Your Intuition program that starts the beginning of February. And also, you can at larkinsreadings.com if you guys want to subscribe for $28 a month. You can join the mastermind. You can get on my Facebook page and see all about that. But that can help support your development with that as well. Okay, your development in whether you want to do it professionally or not, your connection to source is important. So anyway, I do have a broadcast with Chris starting shortly, so I'm going to go ahead and do some readings for you guys here before we get off to make up for yesterday's tech issues and today's tech issues. And then Susie and I will be back on Monday. I also want to let you guys know this Thursday, I'm going to start doing live readings at night. For those of you in the UK, I don't know if that works, but I'll be posting that. And I'm going to start doing animal readings on there. And there's all sorts of other fun things. So just keep your eyes peeled for what Susie and I have to share. Let me turn comments on here. Also, guys, Susie has her own beautiful angel cards. So you need to contact her if you would like her cards. I think if you're looking for cards, her cards are wonderful to start with. Or if you're a more advanced reader, they're very pure. They come right from someone that, is doing all of this. So it's very, very important. So let's see. Hello, Susie. Hello, Christopher James. Hello, Rob, and happy Tuesday. Oh, thank you, Christopher. Welcome. Hi, Melissa. Let's see. Melissa says, I have a quick 10 minutes without students spending time tuning into you. Oh my gosh, I'm so honored. Thank you. Hi, Natalie. Let's see. Mariana, welcome. Welcome, welcome. Okay, well, let's see here. Let's do this. Let's see if I have, let's do a card for Melissa first, since she only has a few minutes left. Let's do Archangel cards for you. I'm going to do this here. I'm going to pick a daily guidance card for you, Melissa, and then I'm going to pick an Archangel card for you. And guys, we'll get on later in the week and, I'll do some more card readings and stuff. While I'm shuffling these, I do a lot of animal rescue, horses, dogs, cats. I coordinate a lot of transport and things. So it's really, really hard for me to make these sometimes because you never know what's going to happen. It's sort of spontaneous. Sometimes I'm up till 5 or 6 in the morning doing my business work because I spend about 6 to 8 hours a day taking care of my rescue horses. And then I've got all my other rescue animals, plus I help coordinate rescues. So I'm usually sleep deprived most of the time. So thank you guys for your patience. Okay, so, okay. I'm choosing a card for you, Melissa. I'm not rushing spirit, but I'm trying to be quick here. Okay. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, Melissa. All right, guys. I'm so excited. So, Melissa, the card I just pulled for you is Notice the Signs, and this is from the Daily Guidance Angel cards. I'm going to do one of these for you too in a moment. Hi, Craig. So I'm going to show you this one. Notice the signs. Melissa, this is a really powerful card. What I notice is that when people get the Notice the Signs card, it means that messages from spirit are really trying to get through. Oftentimes it's like if you've had readings recently, like I know you've connected with a lot of my work and had a powerful reading recently. But a lot of times when we get this card and we've had a reading, we've had messages come through, it's often a sign that, well, a sign, right, no pun intended, but it's often referring to the fact that, spirit wants us to see that sign. Spirit wants you to see and pick up on that as a way of just letting you know that they're there. Okay. And I think that it's your loved ones passed on, but it's also, it's also what I call working spirit. In other words, spirit guides and angels and things that want you to more readily recognize on a daily basis, if for no other reason, that you have their support, right? That they are there with you, because sometimes more than anything, what we want and need is um, we need that validation. We need that confirmation just to know that spirit's there in order for us to take the next step or calm our nervous system or make the next decision. Okay. So I'll read what the card says, but that's the message for you here. Yes, the signs you've been receiving are heaven sent, so it's supposed to be validation and confirmation for you. We drop feathers, coins, and other signs upon your path to remind you that you're loved and never alone. Okay. And I think they also for you, drop signs of circumstances, right? So you can walk into a shop or coffee shop and perhaps the path is cleared for you and you're able to get out of there in the amount of time. Or, today, for example, just perfect timing for you to have a few moments to pop on with us to get a reading. Those are all signs. So signs can also be events and circumstances that line up for you just right. okay? And make things easy for you, that remind you, hey, things are always working out for you, all right? Um, see if you, hopefully you have a couple minutes here before I get down to everybody else. I am going to, so let's notice the signs, and then I'm going to pick an archangel card for you. So we have different archangels that pop in for us at different times and that are there and showing up for us depending on what we need the most at that particular time. And I know we all tend to focus on the four main archangels, but there are so many more than that. And they're blessing us and helping us all the time. Okay. So I'm shuffling these for you. Hopefully I'll get these right before your students come back. Oh, this is interesting. Okay. So this is from Archangel Raguel, or some people say Raguel. And I'm not surprised, clairsentience. I'm not surprised this popped up because one of the things that was coming through for you was that one of the ways you actually receive your signs and connect with your loved ones, spirit guides, and angels is through clairsentience. And that's one of the ways that they do speak to you. We all have all the clairs, but a lot of people don't recognize or use them. So, one of your strongest ones that you use on a daily basis is your clairsentience. And that came through even before I picked this card. So Susie and I are always delighted at how these coordinate with what's actually coming through. It says, Archangel Raguel, notice your reoccurring physical and emotional feelings as they signify divine guidance. So the sentience, guys, the clairsentience, the claircognizance is when you're like thinking it. But the clairsentience is when you're feeling or you're knowing it. Okay, so you might just be driving along or something may happen and boom, you're like, oh, it's this. You're right. And what's important here is to trust that. Okay, to really trust that. So Melissa, I hope this helps you today. You have the clairsentient cards and the notice your sign cards. I think they go beautifully together. Look at this. They even have similar colors on them. So isn't spirit amazing? Totally amazing. All right. Melissa, thank you for joining us for your 10 minutes. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. I'm going to do a few more card readings here before I have to hop off and do my readings with Chris. Let's see here. Let's see. Yana. Hi, Kim Weather. Hi, Amy Mann. Welcome, Amy. Amy, I think you and Abby would also love the monthly subscription to join our Awakening Your Intuition Mastermind, not the program, but I think you guys would really love that. You guys are amazing. You're welcome. Thank you, Melissa. You're welcome. I'm well, Kim. Thank you. Let's see. So let's see. I hope I'm saying this right. Okay. Let's do here. Let me shuffle. Let's see. Uh, let's see. Mariana, would you like an angel therapy card, an archangel card, or a daily guidance card? Let me know, please, in the comments. And guys, I do appreciate it if when you pop on, I do love to have a little interaction with you guys first. I know everybody wants readings, but for those of us on the reading side of things, when I know there's a lot of groups on this, a lot of groups that get on and do this kind of stuff. I'm going to shuffle the daily guidance cards here. But when people pop on and just ask for a reading and the first thing they say to me, I usually try to kind of stall and prolong a little bit because the energy is not right when we do that. The energy for receiving isn't right. Hi, Melody Heart. And it just kind of gives a feeling of taking. And I see people show up on these lives for readers all the time. And they're just like, give me a reading. Can I have a reading right away? And First of all, I mean, in my opinion, I feel like that's kind of rude. And second of all, it gives off a really needy vibe. Live free readings are not the same as a group paid reading or an individual paid reading. They're just not the same. Um, and I personally love, like, I could get online and do live readings 24/7. I freaking love it. Um, but remember, there is a person doing a reading on the other end of these. And it takes energy for us, and it takes time, and we're spending our time doing this for free for you, and the energy of receiving needs to be one of gratitude and embracing. So I do encourage people to get on whatever live you're on and say hi first, chat or ask a question, before you pop on and just ask for a reading, because what's going to come through for you for that reader is probably going to be a lot better and different, if you give that different frequency, if you give a different vibe. Okay, this is just really important. I mean, I know it sounds like I'm lecturing, but this is how spirit works. And one of the reasons for years I avoided doing online readings is because I just felt like my energy was just being sucked. People were like, give me this, give me that, give me this, give me that. And I didn't like that. So I had to find some different boundaries and way to set up my lives. So it was a little more educational, because if you pop from reader to reader just trying to get answers or the answers you want, then you're not empowering what Spirit's trying to give you. You're not embracing and using what Spirit wants to offer you. Because a reading is a three-way street. It's you, me, and Spirit. And at least with my readings, Spirit always comes through with wisdom. It's not just telling you what to do or telling you what's going to happen. Spirit actually doesn't like giving predictions because you have free will and it's about your choices. Um, and it's our ego that wants the prediction. It's our ego that wants to know what's going to happen. It's our ego that wants to have this false sense of security, to know everything's going to be okay. And what we have to do is we have to trust that. It's up to us to trust, and it's up to us to hear Spirit guide us to make our choices and our attitudes in order to create the changes that we want. And so, really getting a true reading is entirely different than what most people think when they pop on and they just want an answer. That doesn't help. What you really want is guidance. What your soul really wants is guidance. Okay? Spirit doesn't want to tell you what to do. Love my cat, Melody. Thank you. That's Gandalf the Grey. I'll tell you, when I do animal readings on later this week, I will tell you guys about Gandalf the Grey. He's a magical cat, let me tell you. I got him because he came and visited me in a vision. He interrupted a dream. All right, let's see. Hi, Melody. I'm going to give you an angel card too. Hold on, I'm going to get Mariana, if she's still on here. I don't know if she's still on here. Well, ooh, if she is, okay. So, see, Melody, I'll do you next. There you are, Mariana. Good. Okay. Hope you got my little lecture, Mariana, because it will help your what comes through for you. So actually, what I did was I pulled a daily guidance card for you, and two of them popped up for you. So let's see here. Put her on here. And what's interesting is, so the first one that came up was listen. So this sounds like this is going to be Spirit guiding you in what you need to do. Remember, guys, Spirit doesn't do this stuff for you. Spirit doesn't want to tell you what to do. Spirit tells you what you need to do, because you're the one in physical form. And be honest with yourself is the next one. So since you're the one with the free will in physical form, Spirit tells you what you need to do. And that's because they can see what you can't see, right? So I'm going to share these two cards with you. These are actually powerful. I'm going to read what they say, and then I'm going to tell you what's coming through for you for Spirit, okay? In the listen card, it's quiet your mind, beloved one, and listen to our gentle reassurance that everything has been taken care of. Stay in your quiet Receptive state, yes, without worrying about the exact nature of your desires and manifestation. A quiet mind and body hears as quickly and clearly, hears us quickly and clearly. So this is true. A quiet mind and body hears quickly and clearly. This means that when you're still, when you're not overthinking and worrying, what happens is that first thought and feeling that comes in, that's your guidance. Once your mind takes over and starts thinking, that's your ego, and that's what's confusing you. Okay. Um, this is our request to you to listen. So it's not just listening with your ears or with your thoughts, it's listening with your heart and soul, right? And these messages come in beneath your mind, beneath your thinking. So the things you're thinking about or worrying about, remember, worry is like a prayer for what you don't want. When you listen, you hear a calm, loving, supportive, um, safe, peaceful essence, okay, that is there for you. Oh, Susie, I didn't even see you on there. I'm sorry. I'm going to add you to stage and finish this reading. Then I got to get on with Chris in a few minutes. Hi, I'm so sorry. I had no idea you were even there. I was into the cards. Welcome.
So I just come in and say hi.
Hi there. Welcome. So I love this card. I'm sure Susie does too. The listening and what's really coming through for you, Mariana, is that the listening is beyond your normal way of listening. It's really listening to underneath. And what's interesting is the be honest with yourself card came with it. They both literally popped off the deck into my lap. So these were definitely for you. They wanted these together because sometimes we hear the messages, we do the listening part, and then maybe we don't like what we hear, or maybe if we're learning to hear on this deeper level, we're not honest with ourselves, right? And so once we start thinking about what we've heard, our mind can make up what fits our egoic habit at the time. And so I'm going to read the be honest with yourself part and then share with you. Um, look into your heart and you will know the truth about this situation. So I'm going to say situations. It is safe to admit the truth to yourself, or we will support and guide you through any necessary changes. Lean upon us for courage and the strength to take good care of yourself. Focus, oh, sorry, the light's so bad in here. Focus only upon your true desires and let's see, they'll come to you on angel's wings. So one of the things that this is meaning for you is there are some aspects to things, not just things going on in your life, but to the way that you're perceiving things and the things you're wanting to work through. There's an aspect they're sharing, not just through the card, but that's really coming through, that you are going to have to dig a little bit deeper and be honest with yourself about your part, because you have choices that you're unaware of that you can make that will transform your situations. And when you're radically honest with yourself, and that means you might have to sit down and take a heart to heart and just sit down and maybe cry it out with your angels. But once you get through that point of acceptance and realization, this is gonna be like a lead weight lifted. Like if you had a lead weight on and you were dropped in a lake, this is like that lead weight being taken off and you getting to float to the surface. Because the transformations that you've been wanting are gonna require you listening, which means slowing down that busy thinking, stilling the worry, and yes, you have the power to do that, guys. You're actually can be in charge of your thoughts. And the second is being honest with your role. It doesn't mean that you're at fault for things. It just means that you have more power of choice than you realize. And the angels are trying to show you here. Okay. Please let me know if it helps. Melody will get you next. Susie, is there anything you wanted to add? I have about 10 minutes and then I have to hop on with Chris. So these are daily guidance cards. I hope they help. Please let me know. Let me see here. Hi, Abby. Hey, Abby. Yay. So, Susie, I can't really hear you well. You're welcome. Thanks for coming.
Can you hear me any better now?
It still sounds like you're underwater.
Right, it's because it's the computer microphone, not mine.
I can't hear you at all. While Susie's fixing her voice, guys, her voice, but her mic, I wanted to let you know, excuse me, you guys, we just started our YouTube channel, and that is listed down here and on the banner. So if you want to subscribe to that, we're going to be doing a lot of other things. You can also check out both of our social media to make sure you don't miss lives that each of us do. I see a couple new people on here, so I want to make sure you guys can do that. Okay. Melody, while Susie's coming back to share, Melody, please put up in the comments. Would you like an Archangel card, daily guidance card, or angel therapy card? And I'll probably mix two in there regardless, but please let me know. Susie, you want to try your mic again and see if that's...
Hello.
There you go. That's much better.
Yay.
Welcome.
Oh my God.
So
You'll have to excuse the light. This is how my house is lit on an evening.
That's
got
okay.
very pale bulbs in the in the room.
So I think it's lovely.
I'll have to sort something else out there as well. So, hi everybody. Welcome. So sorry for being late, but I've been at work all day today.
Okay.
Literally, as I say, walked through the door.
Both. I think it's
so. Was it Marijana you were just reading for? Okay. Yes. I don't have my physical deck in front of me, but what I do have is this amazing little app called Deckable that I've come across. I'm in a group where I'm learning how to create digital pictures, digital art for my oracle decks that I'm creating. I'm halfway through my Archangel one. Michael and Gabriel are complete. And I've got Raphael, and I'm not sure who else yet who's going to come in on that set of deck of cards to be created. But part of doing that creation is I have been introduced to this company called Deckable, and they do digital cards through an app. And it's pretty cool and pretty amazing. And I love it already. So the aim is that I will get my own decks up on there, as will Larkin, when we work together with Larkin's deck in the very near future. But in the meantime, I have got this lovely deck on here called Day of the Dead. Yes or no tarot. It says for romance questions, but I've actually used it to do some readings. And whilst it's comes across as having romantic connotations, I have read around that, because as we all know, reading cards is intuitive. It's not about what the card tells you and the words that are written on it. It's about your connection to the energy and the cards that way. So what I will do is I will show you, if I can get the deck.
If I can just say, while I'm doing that, because I do have to get off in a few minutes and use StreamYard for another live I have a co-host waiting for. But
so I don't know if you can see the image, but that's the back of the card. That's the artwork for Day of the Dead. And the card that has come out for, who did we say? Marijana, wasn't it?
Yes.
Is the 8 of Coins. And coins are all about material aspects, finances, your material sort of life, if you like. So your home, your car, all those sort of things. And for me, the 8 is very much about abundance, but I do feel that there's something around this flow of abundance for you, because the word on the card actually says no. But my sense is that there's something going on around where you are perhaps blocking your own flow of abundance. I didn't really catch what Larkin's cards were saying for you, because obviously I came in at the back end of it. But there was very much a sense of there needs to be a shift in your vibrational energy, a shift in what you're thinking, the way that you're portraying your thoughts to the universe is what I want to say. And by doing so, you will help change the flow of abundance that will come into your life. But also, as I'm looking at this card, there's flowers in this card, there's coins, and there's a beautiful sort of greeny blue color, which I'm drawn to. So very much about communication as well. So there's something where you're perhaps blocking your own communication, and I want you to be able to be abundant in your voice. So your voice is holding you back. So speak your truth is coming through as well. And look at the other areas in your life where you need to appreciate the abundance you already have. Thank you very much. And that's that one.
Beautiful. That fits perfectly with it being basically being radically honest card. Listening to your truth. That's wonderful.
Yeah. So you've got Melody next, have you?
Yes.
Okay.
So I've been shuffling for her. And she said angel cards, but I have to laugh because they're all angel cards.
Yeah.
So what I did was I have angel therapy cards, archangel cards, and daily guidance cards today. So what I'm going to do for you is I've been shuffling the daily guidance cards, and I'm going to give you an archangel card as well. We're going to go ahead and let's see. I'll draw one of these. Ooh. All right. So the card that popped up for you, I'm going to read this and then I'm going to share with you what comes through, Melody, is ask. So interesting because on the card that I posted today on my Facebook group was about giving permission and not forgetting to ask for help, for guidance. You got to ask. Your spirit's not just going to come in. They will come in and encourage you and talk to you and things, but you have to actually ask them for help. It says, ask for help with these situations, and I alter that to situations, whatever situations you may need, and we will immediately go to work on your behalf. We are governed by many universal laws, and among them is the free will that allows you to make your own choices and decisions. So we are patiently awaiting your request. This is pretty much almost word for word what came through that I wrote on my post last night for today. So for the card that I picked for my daily card. So this is important, Melody, because hi, Jim Crowley. Welcome. We'll get you an archangel card too. And you too, Robin. So this ask is really important because, remember, they already know what you need and they know what you want, but they also know what is best for you. That free will is governed by universal law, as it says. And, angels, spirit guides, and loved ones will respect that. They will not break that rule because you're not here to have everything perfect. You're not here to get your way. You're not here for everything to go smoothly. You're here to learn, grow, and evolve. And each of you have a unique way of doing that. And so this ask card, actually, Melody, is so, so important. It's a reminder because it's very easy to forget. Even if we're working with our spirit guides and angels daily, it's very easy for us to forget that we have to ask. And sometimes we think we're asking and we're just kind of tossing it out there, but we're not really giving permission. So if it's something that really needs to change, for example, or, we're asking maybe and we are getting a response from them, but we don't really know it. We don't know we are. Sometimes we don't know we are. Sometimes we're so busy looking for their response and their impact that we miss it. Keep in mind that when you ask, and I think this happens with you quite a bit, actually, when you ask, you are a lot of times you're getting, because I see your spirit team as being really active in a really tangible way. And I see a lot of times you're actually getting responses that you're missing. You're getting a lot more responses than you think you're actually getting. Okay. The other one I want to share with you before I hand you over to Susie, because I only got a couple minutes here. I should actually ditching Chris right now. He can't use StreamYard while I'm on it. Is the Archangel Oracle card. And let's see, I'm pulling one of those for you too for today. Okay. It says victory. victory. Oops. So, Archangel Sandalphon, your prayers have been heard and answered. Have faith. This is such a powerful card, guys. This is such a powerful card because the green light for not just answers to your prayers, but answers in general, for you to even receive what you've asked for, even if it's just an answer to a question, is about faith. It's about believing. So what belief and faith and trust really is it's a vibrational frequency. And so in order for you to receive on a particular frequency, which is always a frequency of something you desire, is always a higher frequency than where you currently are. And so this is why you must raise your frequency. When you have faith or belief in something, it automatically raises your frequency, because this links you to that desire that's on the outside of the zone where you currently are. It's that thread, it's that bridge that connects the two. So, Melody, one of the things I'm being seen here is you need to slow the thinking part down and the questioning and the analysis part, and you need to up the let it go and trust, because in that trusting part, spirit can come through more strongly, and they are coming through for you, and you can receive. Okay, Susie, on to you. And then we need to do Jim and Robin. And then I've got to head off because Chris is waiting for me.
Okay, cool. So as you were speaking, I pulled digitally in this lovely deck, the Two of Coins. And while you've been talking, I've obviously been tuning in. And I was very aware that for Melody, there was a lot going up on in the head, because you may not be able to see it, but there's like a coin sat at the third eye here. And then there's flowers in one eye and like a face in the other. And it was the coin at the third eye that was drawing me. And it's very much about you're up in your head, whatever this situation is, that there's two ways it could go. And you're like, should it go? Should I do this? Should I do that? And you're back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And I just feel that, as Larkin was saying, you need to just draw into yourself. You need to slow down. You need to breathe. And you really need to just start focusing on the priorities of the things that you really want in life, because whatever this question is that you've put out there, whatever it is you're asking for, you're blocking your own energy and getting it to shift and move. The Two of Coins is very much about influencing. For me, it's about influencing your choices. It's not quite, it's a coupling of you've had a decision, you've brought it into fruition, but then you've changed your mind. So it's about really getting clarity on it. And as I'm saying that, this little light, you won't probably can't see it, but there's a light in the corner here that's just starting to shine brighter and brighter and brighter. And I really feel that you're very right-brained, which is really good, but there's just something that you're just preventing yourself from really tuning into that knowing of what it is. I also get a sense as well that there's a bit of an external influence coming in around this for you. So there may be somebody else around you who's trying to influence your decision making. And it's really, listen to what they have to say, but just tune into your own higher self, your own inner knowing, and trusting your own self to know the right answer. Thank you.
Yay, Melody says, yay, awesome, love it. So let's do, so Jim, I've been shuffling cards for me. I just had to message my co-host because we were supposed to have started our live. So I'm gonna go through these. I want to get to these here. Hi, Maria. Good evening.
We had Robin and then we had Jim, but do you want to do, you've gone for Jim first, have you?
Okay. And I'll quick do one for Amy, and then I have to get off because I'm being so rude to my co-host. He can't start on my StreamYard until I'm on there.
Okay, so are we with Jim now?
Yes. So I'm shuffling.
All right. While you're shuffling, for Jim, the Hermit has come out. And really, the Hermit is about going in, just taking time to be reflective, taking time to just really tune into yourself, spend time looking out for your own needs rather than the needs of others. And it just feels to me that there's been a lot going on for you this past year, particularly, is what I'm drawn to. And now it's a time for reflection. It's a time to really just be present. because it feels like your energy's been quite scattered. You've been all over the place. There's been lots going on, not just for you, but for others. And you've been pulled into that dynamic with these others as well. So the card on here says this is a time of isolation. Use it to heal and move on. So I do feel as well that there's a situation that you've been holding on to, that you've been wondering whether or not you should just continue with it. And it's really now, let's just reflect. Let's just do some healing, work on our own self. Be proud of the achievements we've made is what I'm hearing. And then just move on when you're ready.
I think this is so, Spirit always amazes me, guys. Literally, like, I've done this for decades and it never ceases to amaze me. Literally, like, the moment Susie went to pull her phone up and I drew a card for Jim, I swear to God, it was the gentleness card. He asked for an archangel card. This is the archangel card. And what I love about doing these readings with Susie is that we get this Spirit speaking to both of us. So it'll come out in different words, but we're getting the same message and it never fails. The gentleness card, let's see, again, Archangel Sandalphon. Wow, he's here with you guys today. Be very gentle with yourself at this time. Surround yourself with gentle people, situations, and environments, which is totally in alignment with what came through Susie as well. So this is about, remember, we have a whole a universe within us, guys, as well as outside and around us. So much of this is about, as we heal and care for ourselves within, it comes out. It is reflected in our external world. So when we're going through things in our lives, as we look inward and we do the inner work and the inner care, we see the external effects of that. Being gentle with yourself, I want to sort of elaborate on this because they're asking me to do this. Being gentle with yourself it means so many different things. It can mean saying no to certain things. It can mean giving yourself a free pass for maybe things that, are hard on your nervous system or that you need a break from. It can mean offering yourself forgiveness and understanding. It can mean giving yourself a free pass from pressure of certain things that maybe you need to do. It's in a mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual level. And remember, everything is energy. So as you start to offer yourself, the same gentleness that perhaps you would offer someone else, or maybe, where you don't even offer others gentleness, offer that gentleness to yourself, and that will start to come out in how you treat others as well. So, take some time for that and take some time to step out of the busyness of your norm and let things just kind of settle and be still and see what new things sprout up from that. This is very, very important, that gentleness card. Okay.
Beautiful.
Yay.
Just love how they join us together.
Yes. I love that. Let's see. Is
so Robin's asked you for an archangel. So while you're shuffling.
Well, I was looking for Robin because I had.
It's there. I've put it up.
Yes. Oh, you put it. Oh, there it is. That's why I can't find it. Okay.
It's already up.
You don't always do this. We're going to kill each other with this select comment card thing.
Yeah. So, Robin, while Larkin's drawing your archangel card, you have got, from the Beautiful Day of the Dead deck, the Two of Swords. And it says maybe, probably a platonic outcome. As I said at the beginning, these are based around relationship, romance, yes and no answers, questions. But for me, I don't always see them as being that. And for me, as I'm drawn to the Two of Swords for you, I get the sense you're a very intuitive lady. I get the sense that you are also probably quite strong-willed is the word that I want to say, the words that I want to use. But in this moment, I just feel that there's something going on around you where you're perhaps being pulled, because the Two of Swords is also about the challenges that we're facing. And there's something that's challenging you at the moment. I don't feel this is a romantic relationship, but I do feel it's around a relationship with somebody else. And even though it says maybe platonic, I do feel that this is a friendship that could be in the balance, is what I want to say at the moment. So I'm feeling for you that this is about drawing back a little bit, drawing on your own inner strength, drawing on your own inner knowing, and really just trusting those little, I want to say, niggles of thoughts that are coming in, and just really just wait and see. It's almost like you've got one foot in and one foot out. And I really just need you to just stand firm at the moment with whatever this situation is that's taking place around you. Because there's lots of other influences coming in as well. There's lots of, a whisper here, a whisper there, a word here, a word there. And it's really just about you standing firm, being strong, and really just taking strength from the fact that you do know. Your intuition is already guiding you. And I just want to say you must trust that. Over to you, Larkin.
Yes. So while Susie was speaking, actually 2 cards popped out for you from the Archangel deck, Robin. The first one is prioritize. I'm going to show it to you, and then I'm going to read it, and then I'm going to tell you what comes through for it. I love this. Archangel Metatron. Oh my gosh, this is one of the archangels that worked with me the most closely, and I'm so honored that he's come through. And guys, you'll notice, the archangels are often referred to as male or female. I do find certain energies leaning towards one more or the other, so you'll just notice I might say he or she. Another reader might say something else, and that's okay. Archangel Metatron. I actually say Metatron, but most people will say Metatron, so you'll hear me say both. Focus on your highest priorities. You are doing this, Robin. I will help you to get organized and motivated. So Archangel Metatron is also, works closely with children and their spiritual learning and development. He also works with us as people, both individually and collectively, with our spiritual evolution and knowledge. And so I think this is a very fitting card for you right now, Robin, as you are awakening your intuitive abilities and embarking on really engaging and learning the human form of, your interacting with spirit and your spirit messages. So I think this is very important. And focus on your highest priorities. You've been working for a while on clarity about, okay, what is the next step? Because a lot of what clarity is, right, is taking things that were not clear, or a feeling, or a vague intuition, a knowing or a longing, and defining it better so that you can move forward with it, right? And so, when he's saying focus on your highest priorities, you're doing that sifting and sorting and really getting more clarity on what your real true priorities are, right? And we all kind of have to do that in our world today. Our true soul priorities, what brings us peace and fulfillment and abundance, versus maybe living decades with what society had told us was priority. You're at a point of really, you're like, you're past the point of, okay, I'm okay with this now. I'm going to do my thing. And you're really on that path of, you're ready to really do your thing. And you're stepping more and more off of that, sort of general pre-programmed road that everyone has, and really stepping into what your priorities are. And I think that card goes perfectly with the patience card, because this journey and this process, which you'll find, in the Awakening Your Intuition group, as we start doing these things, you're going to find that this is going to take patience, because everything is a process and a journey. Archangel Jophiel says, your dreams are blooming more rapidly than you realize. Still, they need nurturing and patience. So one of the things that creates our life, guys, is habits and repetition because we have a human mind. And so everything in this world, everything in non-physical and spirit, is like boom. You can like think something and create it however you want to be in an instant. But in this physical world, or what we call physical, it's not really physical. We have to have patience. The ego doesn't lie, but everything is a process. And so when we can relax, and I think you are going to enjoy this process, but like anything, your priorities are going to take some patience because what you're going to be remembering and activating and learning is going to take the human condition to put into practice. And those transformations and points of growth are going to take place. Okay? So please let me know if that helped. I hope you enjoyed that. And I did want to get to, I told Amy I would pull a card.
You're very welcome, Robin. Thank you. And thank you, Jim,
Robin.
for your lovely comments. Thank you.
Let's see here, Robin, on the spot today. Perfect. Yay. Thank you. That's great. Yeah, it's amazing. Spirit's amazing, guys. So I'm going to, Susie may have one she pulls up immediately as well. I'm going to give Amy, Amy, did you want, I'll pull a card for you and Abby, and Susie will probably pull a card as well. Did you want a daily guidance card or an archangel card? In the comments. Right?
So while you're waiting for Amy, I've already pulled the Day of the Dead card for Amy, and she has the Two of Cups.
Yay.
And on it, there's one word which says no. But I'm very much drawn to this. Cups are all about our emotions. And I feel very much that there's a situation going on that's been causing some turmoil. But as I look at the cup here, the actual liquid in the cup is quite still. So I get a sense, Amy, that you are quite balanced. You have a deep knowing of yourself. And this has led you to really sort of be able to keep a lid on things is what's coming through. But more than that, I am getting a real strong feeling of a lady in the world of spirit around for you. Now, this feels like mother, grandmother, mother's side of the family. It's a very maternal, feminine energy that's coming in here. And it's almost very nurturing as well. So there's a sense that I'm being reminded that this is how you are. This is you. You are very mothering. You're very nurturing. Now you can be any age and still be mothering and nurturing. You don't have to be a mother. You don't have to be of a certain age. But that's the energy that's coming through from this lady in the world of spirit. She's drawing me to April. Now that could be a name or the months, but I'm also moving into May as well. So these are months that are coming up as well. So just look for some significant changes that are going to come up around April and May for you as well, because I do feel that there's something taking place, and I'm really drawn to the emotional side of this, the emotional energy. So I really feel that there's something taking place in your life at the moment that is all based on emotion. It's all around emotion. Now, this could well be a romantic relationship as well. And it's all about balance. It's all about keeping the waters calm at the moment. There's lots of phrases being dropped in here from the world of spirit. Don't ruffle feathers as well. And I get the feeling that you will understand this. It feels deeply personal. It feels very private. And this lady in spirit is really just keeping things on this platonic sort of energy so that we don't go too deeply in it. Obviously, if we were in a one-to-one reading, then that would be different, but we're in a public space. So she's just been making me feel very aware of that. There's lots of flowers in this card around. So there's a feeling of a lot of joy. A lot of abundance coming in. The flames in the candles on this card are both burning brightly, but they're burning equally. So I do feel that whatever this relationship is, it is about equality. It's not about there being one person better than the other. It's not about you do this, I do that. There's none of that. It is really about finding this balance and this equality within this relationship. But at the present moment, it's a wait. It's a bit of a waiting game. So I don't feel that this is right in the present moment now. This is coming in and around you. So it may be something that's developing is the word that's coming through. This lady in spirit is also talking about September as well. So if any of those months or names are significant for you, please take them. And I'll hand over to Larkin. Thank you very much.
Well, I'm so excited here. So this is really cool. So I have an archangel and a daily message card for both you and Abby. I'm going to go ahead and do Abby's first. The archangel card, the first one is Archangel Haniel. You are extra sensitive to energies and emotions right now. Honor yourself and your feelings. This is so important. This is also very empowering. This is also very empowering for Abby because this is a new level of her, excuse me, intuitive sensitivities as well. And they're going to be going hand in hand here. So her, her ability to take, feeling can be power, her ability to take feeling, emotion, and then connect to it and allow for answers and connections through that is very powerful. And this is, these extra sensitivities are, they can make you very vulnerable and they make you feel vulnerable and weak. But actually, when you can feel them and tap into them, that is really a sign of strength. The more in touch and in tune we are with our feelings, the better off we are because that's a sense of awareness. That sense of awareness helps us connect with our higher self, our intuition, non-physical, and our guidance. Okay? So it's how we learn to handle that. So this is the perfect time in her life for her to learn to handle those in a powerful way and learn for her to direct them into working hand in hand with spirit. Okay, so this is really a beautiful, beautiful card for her.
Okay.
Along with that comes her daily guidance card, which is Go For It. It says, your prayers and positive expectations have been heard and answered. Remember, guys, that everything is in process. So even though it's immediate and non-physical, in physical, it's in process. Okay, so just because you may not see complete outward completion of something does not mean, you got to let go of the how. And you have to trust, as it came up earlier in today's readings. You have to have faith in this and allow these things to be revealed to you, okay? We have been working with you on these situations since it is, let's see. Since its beginning, and we continue to watch over you and everyone involved in your life situations. Stay tuned on your present path, and it will take you very far indeed. So this is validation that she's in alignment. She's doing the right thing. She's connecting. She's aligning with the higher version of herself. And that's like a thumbs up from spirit. Okay, this is a great, great card. This is yay, green light. Now for you, Ab, sorry.
So can I just finish with Amy? Sorry. Amy says April is Mum's birthday. Thank you so much, Amy. That's a beautiful validation. Thank you. And I'm very grateful. And she just asked a quick question about the don't ruffle feathers, as in don't do it. It's not, the don't ruffle feathers came through as a feeling of just be cautious, just be gentle, not to say don't do it at all. But when you do it in a way that it doesn't ruffle feathers. So I hope that makes sense. Thank you so much, Amy. And thank you, Larkin. That was beautiful. Amazing. Okay.
So I need to do Amy now. So Abby's her daughter. So I need to do Amy. So Amy,
We've just done Amy.
yeah, but Amy's daughter is Abby, and I pulled 2 cards for Abby.
All right, I don't see Abby on here. Sorry, that's what confused me.
Yeah, yeah.
So how do you know you're doing Abby? I'm
Because
confused
I
now.
told her I was going to pull 2 cards for her daughter Abby.
Right, okay. Was that before I arrived in the thing?
No, I was just mentioning it here, but it's just because I know Abby. That's probably why it resonated with me.
Right,
I
okay.
just chose to do that. But anyway, so Amy, I'm doing yours second. So the Archangel card I got for you was from Jeremiah. It says the worst is now behind you, and you're surrounding any wait, and our reflection on these cards. I'm so sorry. The worst is now behind you, and you are surmounting any previous challenges. So this card is so in alignment with what Susie was sharing, is overcoming difficulties. And what's one of the messages coming through for you on this is remember that obstacles are opportunities. So you want to be grateful for those obstacles. They're opportunities to align you. They're opportunities for you to empower yourself and step into your power. They're opportunities for, and this is the kicker, guys. This is what's so important about this card. Obstacles are opportunities for you to become the version of you that you need to be in order to create and have what you want. Okay, I'm going to say that one more time. When I say obstacles are opportunities, and this card is pointing to this, when we get the overcoming difficulties card, it's telling you that it's happening. It's in process. You are overcoming them, right? And spirit is helping you. But as obstacles are opportunities to what? Obstacles are opportunities to step into your power, become more conscious, align with the best version of you. Because why? Because that is necessary for you to have the answers to your prayers. And this is the point, this is the part that most people miss. It's not just about getting an answer you want or having spirit give you what you want. It's the spirit will guide you to overcome the obstacles, because the obstacles are there to be the vehicle of that next evolution of you. Okay, so that's what this is about. And you're doing that. And I think Susie's reading for you really confirmed that as well. Okay, you can see the reflection is on here for you guys too. So the law of attraction card was the daily guidance card that I got for you, Amy. And it says each thought is an investment that pays immediate dividends. So invest wisely. And this is true because whatever you're thinking in the moment, you're creating in that moment. Thought is the first form of manifestation. Feeling is the next form of manifestation. The physical outcome comes after. Okay. Let's see. You have the power to choose your thoughts and align with the love, peace, and harmony that you desire. At your request, we will gladly attune your energies to higher frequencies. So just keep in mind, this is why spirit comes through with guidance even for mindset work. In all the years of mindset coaching that I've done, it's been very intuitive coaching because spirit always comes through trying to help you learn to use your human vehicle tools, your human tools. Okay. So in other words, you need to be focusing on being aware of your thoughts, choosing your thoughts, because your emotions become the mind and the body. And then that turns into what you're manifesting in the tone of things that you're manifesting. Okay. So that's very important. So I hope that helps, Amy. Susie, there are so many people on here that are wanting readings.
I know. I've just commented.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't see that yet. I just want to thank everyone for coming. If you, Maria, we would love to read for all of you. So you have a few options. You know, Susie has lives on her page. I have lives on my page. And next Monday, we will be back here at noon with you to do more readings. I actually have to use this platform now. My other co-host has been waiting for me.
Can I stay on if you go off and go into the other live?
I don't think so. I can
Right.
try, but I don't think so. Or he would have started the broadcast already.
Well, right. So the best way to try it then is see if you just leave the studio and go into the other studio.
I'll try.
If it disconnects me, ladies, if it disconnects me, I will pop onto my own personal Susie and Tara page and go live. So if you want to come and find me there, if we suddenly just disappear from the studio, that's what's happened. But if by some blessing and miracle we are able to run 2 lives at the same time through StreamYard, then I will still be here and I will read for the remaining ladies that have requested. But should we get disconnected and we suddenly disappear, it's not that I'm being rude, it's just what's happened. And come and find me on my live page, on my page, Susie and Tara. And I will do these quick readings for you there, seeing as you've been so patient and waited. And I was late arriving.
And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube page, guys. And if you follow both of our pages, then you can tune in for more of our lives. Thank you all for being here. Thank you, Susie. Let's try this.
See what happens.
Oh,
Right. Bye.
See.
So far, so good. Still here. Let's just give it a minute or two so we can give Larkin a moment or two to get into the other studio. So my group. In answer to your question, Angel, if you look back up, you'll see where we've commented. If you can see in the comments, let me know if you can. I'll re-comment. But there's Larkin Psychic Medium Spiritual Interpreter page. And then there's our YouTube channel. My page is SAJ Digital Art and Angels, but digital is spelled without the first I. And then My Powerful Choices Awareness Network. No, I don't think so, Maria. I think there's others coming through from Facebook. So my groups are, I'll type them in here, Angels and Intuitive Connections, followed by, that's one of my groups. My other group is Susie and Tara. Oh, see, I should know it off by heart, shouldn't I? Seriously, how can you not know your own group, Susie? But we'll get there. Creative. I knew there was a word missing from it. Susie and Tara. Creative Emporium. So the difference between my two groups, my Angels and Intuitive Connection group is around angels, obviously, how to develop and connect to your intuition. I share lots of other spiritual things in there. I'm a huge advocate for sharing other people's work as well. It's not all my work that goes into the group, because I do believe, we all have our own different ways of perceiving the universe. And I just love that we all have different ways of doing that. And I love to share that, because from my friends and Facebook friends and that. Our YouTube channel is Larkin and Susie and Tara, your metaphysical mediums. So I'll see if I can grab a link and pop a link in for you. And it's looking like it's still working, that we're still here. So that's good, and that we can run 2 lives at the same time. Woohoo! I might have just disappeared for a minute because it's not showing up. As you can tell, ladies, I'm not the best at being organised for keeping links and everything to hand. I really should keep it as a notes page or something like that. Maybe I'll get round to it. Here we go. Let me just see. Your channel. There should be a way of finding. I'm just looking for a link to share. Might be in settings. Anyways, maybe if I go back and do that, that might work. Right, I'll copy and paste this link in, ladies, and hopefully that will show you. Right, so I'm back. Okay, right. You can try that link for the YouTube channel. Hopefully that will work. Yeah, there we go. So that's a few links for you in the comments. Hopefully you'll find us and get to connect with us that way. And I am just going to start doing these card readings while we've still got me here. All right, and thank you so much for being patient and waiting. All right, so back to this lovely Deckable.com. Okay, so Maria, I'm starting with yourself, darling, and you have the 8 of Wands, and it says yes, unexpectedly. So there's something that's on your mind, and I do know that there's a family issue going on for you and that you're waiting on news on that. So for me, this card is bringing in some validation that there will be some news, and it will come out of the blue. It'll be completely unexpected. It'll be when you're not focusing on it that you maybe will hear something that will help you. Oh, hello. Are you back?
I'm back. Go ahead, continue.
Okay.
I already blew it. I already missed my whole other broadcast. He got stuck by himself. I feel terrible. So
Oh, has he signed off already?
he was just signing off. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Oh. So I'm just with Maria now. I've shared a couple of links, mentioned about our different pages and groups where the ladies can go find us as well. But I don't know if you've got some actual links for yours, Larkin, that you can pop in the comments.
Yes.
Okay.
So
So I'm just doing Maria's card. So Maria, with the 8 of Wands, as I'm looking at this card, this is very much about a lady. She stood firm. So I do believe this is very much focused on you. She stood firm. She's standing her ground. She's being very determined about getting action, taking action, because in one hand she's got like this flame, and in the other hand she's got what looks like a fork of some description. And it's almost like, right, I'm here. These are my power tools. This is my energy. This is what I'm getting. This is what I'm putting out there into the universe. And I'm being determined that this is going to come right. But I feel that there's too much of this energy going out. Sometimes when we get that huge determination, that strength, yes, we need it to power through what's going through on for us at this time. And I do know that what's happening for you is a very difficult and a very challenging time, very upsetting for you and your family. But sometimes when we put so much of that energy into this one particular thing, we can lose focus on what's going on around us. We can become blinkered to this one thing that we forget those around us as well. Not intentionally, it's not purposeful, but the message I'm feeling is coming here is please be aware of that. Don't neglect your own self and your own needs, and please don't neglect those closest to you as well, because they need your support as well. So it's really about just being open and trusting that something is going to come out of this. And with this saying, it's for me, the 8s, as I mentioned earlier, is about abundance. It's about abundant flow. And really, you're blocking that flow. And abundance isn't just about money, guys. It's about all our other aspects of our life. It's our health. It's our well-being. It's our relationships. It's the words that we speak. It's the things that we do. And it's just very much that at the moment you're blocking this flow, Maria. So I really do feel that you need to, yes, stand in your power, be strong, because that's what's needed, but also just relax a little bit It's almost like you've become so focused, you're not resting. And I really feel that there needs to be some rest coming in here, and trust in the universe. Trust that the universe is going to bring you out of the blue, completely unexpectedly, the news that you're looking for. And I hope that helps, sweetheart.
Wonderful. Yay.
So did you want to pick up with Maria, or did you want to just move into the next flow of energy?
Oh, let's see. So let's see here. I just actually opened the wanted to give Maria, it sounds like from what you're working on here, pull an angel therapy card for her.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna make sure, oh, excuse me. I see that I answered Madison Lynn's question. I see that Christine Davis would like a message, and I know Angel wanted one as well.
Yeah, I've highlighted all the ladies that were asking for.
Just wanted to make sure to acknowledge them so they all know we're coming for them here. Let's see. So, so Maria, the card that I pulled the angel therapy cards for you, which I love, but it feels and sounds as though that's what you are. Those are going to be a good match for you today. What popped out for me was the Shield Yourself card. And I want to talk about that a little bit as well. This is in an energetic way. Protect yourself from harsh or fear-based energies by envisioning a cocoon of healing light surrounding you. So I want to take that just for a moment to a couple of levels. There are different levels of shielding yourself, and there's also internal and external. So sometimes shielding yourself refers to the energies surrounding you or the energies of others, being in an environment that's not a good match for you. And sometimes it also refers to your inner shielding. So shielding yourself from, judgments or maybe self-limitations that you put on yourself, maybe self-criticism or lack of forgiveness. And what I'm getting for you is that actually you're needing to shield yourself from both. Now, personally, I don't abide so much by the shielding myself anymore because I tend to radiate my own inner white light, which a lot of my clients learn to tap into. And so that radiates from without me, and I don't need the shielding. But for most people, especially as they're learning to develop these things, the shielding is actually very important. And the envisioning and surrounding yourself with light is a wonderful way to actually protect yourself from other energies, thoughts, and influences, even your own, because it'll permeate within your own energy field. So you can ask, there are so many ways you can do this. You can ask the angels to help you with this, not just Archangel Michael. You can ask your guardian angels. You can ask the other archangels to help and surround you. If you feel that you need more shielding, like I've always, when I leave the house, for example, I always put 4 angels on the corner of each of my house and my yard to protect the animals and things within it. And so you can, whatever flows most naturally to you is going to be how spirit wants it can work with you, because it's a partnership between you and spirit. So, and I think this sounds like it connects pretty well with what was coming through for Susie, even though I came in when her reading was mostly finished. Shielding yourself is going to be a really powerful way of helping you work through your current circumstances safely, smoothly, and quickly. Okay? That's it. That's from me.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Welcome.
Okay, so Christine Davis is our next lovely lady who's been asking. So welcome, Christine, and thank you.
All right. And go ahead and shuffle Archangel cards for you.
Okay, so Christine, I've got you here, the 10 of coins. And the message on here, and if it relates, wonderful, says yes. And your grandchildren will reminisce about how happy you two were, which is a lovely message. And I hope I'm not aging you with the message on this card. Hence why I say, you know, this may be, these are cards that are geared for relationships and romantic yes and no questions, but I just love them and I love the energy of them, and I just think that they can be so beautifully read anyway. But with the 10 of coins, this does very much feel like a very balanced and unique and blessed union. So I feel that if you are in a relationship, you are very blessed with that relationship. It feels very loving. But I also feel as well with the 10 of coins that it feels to me like it's linked to a form of business energy. So I want to draw in around any sort of business work that you're doing. If there's a collaboration that you're coming up with or are already in, there's something around this that's coming through for you. And it's showing that it's a good thing to be doing, because the 10 in numerology and the 10 in tarot is about completion. It's about things all coming together, coming into balance, all working out. So if you are either in this business relationship already, or you are considering a collaboration with somebody, I get the sense that this is a good thing to be doing. As with all things, you have to be practical, you have to dot your I's, cross your T's, do all of that as well. But it almost feels, okay, the energy and the feeling that I'm getting, it's very much like the relationship Larkin and I have. You know, it's an energetic relationship. We started off as mentor and student, we became friends, and now we've evolved into this beautiful symbiotic relationship that we have here now. And I feel very blessed to have that relationship with Larkin. And this is the energy that I'm getting from this card for you, with whatever this is that's coming in and around for you. It's about being symbiotic. It's about love. It's about compassion. And it's about the beautiful soul connection that you have as well. And yeah, everything just at this moment in time for you just feels really, really positive, really good. As I look at the skull in this picture, she's got beautiful roses on either side of the head, and they're actually, as I look at them, perfectly equal. So there's just, whatever this is, it's a perfect equal balance and symbiotic relationship. And it just feels, I can't say anything more than it just feels beautiful and lovely. And hopefully Larkin's cards will reflect this.
This is wonderful. I just posted my website and Facebook page up there. You'll find Susie's bio, and that will be on there shortly as well, guys, because she's going to be offering courses and things through my website. So I apologize, it's not all up there yet. She and I are working on that, but it's going to be on there as well. So interesting. I'm going to pick the two cards for you. I chose an Archangel card that came up for you, and what I got is Archangel Chamuel. Peace comes from remembering that only love is real. Wow.
Wow, that's beautiful.
This is beautiful. You know, there are a lot of cards in these decks I've used for years that come up commonly for people. This is not one of them. I actually don't think I have ever drawn this card for someone in all my years of doing this. So I think this is an important reiteration of what Susie shared, but it's also a very important reminder that your focus on love is so important, and that I think am I echoing on yours, Susie?
Sorry?
I hear myself echoing. Oh,
Yeah.
good. Okay.
Sound fine.
It was echoing on my end. So peace is the ultimate of what our souls want. Okay? Peace is the ultimate of what I want, of what we want. Okay. That's okay, Christine. We'll get to that. So peace is what our souls are all synchronizing with. Okay. And so in drawing the peace card, keep in mind that love doesn't just mean a romantic relationship. As a matter of fact, love is not romantic relationship is something that humans, our egoic self, experience and have made up. Okay. It is not the ultimate in love. The ultimate in love is who and what we are. It's unconditional love. Okay. So that's really important. And my feeling is that in you getting this peace card as well, which again I think is super special because I don't remember drawing this card before. When we are we're all on a spiritual path, and it all leads us back to living in this world in a state of peace. If we have, as we reach different phases of conscious awakening. And so it's very important that, if this message that's coming through for you says, remember that only love is real, they're asking me to ask you, where in your life is this going to be pertinent? Okay. It's okay that you're not in a relationship. That's fine. It doesn't mean that energy is not there. The love from within you. So when you guys are in any type of relationship, the love energy is actually coming from within you. So for me, what I'm getting through in association with this peace card, and then I'm going to draw your daily card as well, is that you need to be focusing on where is the love in your life and looking inwardly at the love that is radiating from you and with you, because it's going to it's one of the highest frequencies. And so it's going to be radiating and being a part of what's manifesting, because we like these readings to be practical, right? And so this is going to be part of what is manifesting in your life. Okay. Remember, Christine, that these readings are coming from outside of time and space. So if we're getting information from you and we get information about a business, or we get information about a relationship, you might not be talking to us next week or next month or 3 months from now. Okay. It doesn't mean that the message and energy for those things are not there. And I can't tell you how many times I've had people in a reading say, well, I don't relate to this and that doesn't happen. And as much as I want to do verification in our readings, sometimes if there are things that are not yet, you're not aware of, or they're not in your energetic field yet for you to experience physically, it's because they're going to be happening. While I shuffle these cards, I want to share this because this is very pertinent. I had a lady years ago that I recommended a good reader to, and she messaged me back and she was really angry. She said, my reading was horrible. I didn't like this woman, blah, blah, blah. And I said, why not? She said, well, she told me that there was a guy that came through, a spirit that came through, that had a message for me, and he was so sorry, and he loved me, and he wished things had ended differently. And I don't know anyone that happened to. I don't know any guy that was in a car accident. Well, I told her, just wait, because probably that message was coming through that reader, and you're just not aware of it yet, what it was. Sure enough, 6 months later, she emailed me, and she said, I'm so sorry. She said, I just found out that my first love, the first love of my life, died in a car crash a few months ago. And his soul had been trying to come back, and she didn't even remember him. It had been like 30 years before. She didn't even remember. But I guess at the time they had broken up, it reawoken all these things. At the time that they'd broken up, she was heartbroken. It was literally like the end of the world for her. And his soul knew that, and he was trying to make right as he crossed over. She didn't even remember. She was married with like 3 kids. But it brought up a lot of healing that she needed, and his soul knew that. So just, keep an open mind, and thank you for being honest with us. But it doesn't mean that the abundance and a business and functional aspect is not in there for you. Okay. So just remain open for that. I'm going to pull a daily card for you. I'm shuffling those right now. Two of them were stuck together. I kind of shuffle in a funny way because I don't want my cards. I don't like them to be bent or ruined. And then Angel, you're still there. Good. Okay, we'll get to you. There. Just want to pull this one for Christine. Let's see.
While you're sharing with Christine and you're pulling the card, Christine's mentioned about she wants to do mediumship. So I'm sure, Christine, you'll be interested in our up and coming courses. Some will be free, I'm sure, and some will be ones that you'll book in and we'll spend time with you over a period of weeks or months, helping you to develop that side of things. So yeah, just follow Larkin's website and all the information there will start to flow as well.
They're going to be helping people with that. So, and there's going to be a couple different levels of options for that, Christine. So one of them is going to be, people can start out with just a subscription where they can, they have a few privileged things and information and a simple mastermind. And the other is actually the Awakening Your Intuition course. Which is actually a 12 to 16 week course that we will be teaching that helps you develop those things. And for both of those, you guys get to participate in a Facebook group where you have like-minded support. So you can check that out. You can find that on my larkinsreadings.com. I posted the links in there and also on my Facebook page. Like I said, Susie's bio isn't on my website yet, but it will be shortly.
Yeah.
We're so swamped. We're getting there.
There's just so much love, joy, and abundance going on in our lives at the moment. And
yes,
we really want to be here for you guys and doing this. And if we could do this every day, we would. But as with all of us, life has its aspects as well that we have to deal with. I want to say gets in the way, but it doesn't get in the way at all. It's all part and parcel of it. Mm-hmm. And outside of this, my day job, which I absolutely love, adore, and I'm really enjoying doing, is actually evolving into so much more for me at the moment. And once that's sorted and settled, I will have a more finite balance.
Yes. So, and the thing too, guys, I have a card for Christine. But the
Christine,
thing too, is that, we there's this idea that if you do spiritual work and readings and things, you shouldn't charge for them. That's not true. It's an energy exchange. We do so much free stuff. I've gotten to the point where I can barely afford to feed my pets because I've reduced my cost of everything so much. I spend so much time doing free stuff. But just keep in mind that nothing is ever really free. So if you're always out there looking for free stuff, I coached money and abundance for years, and I got out of it because I didn't like the mindset of the people that wanted to learn it. But keep in mind that nothing is ever really for free. So when you schedule something and you pay for it, there's an equal energy exchange. The energy you get back will reflect that. We get drained if we did only all this stuff ever for free, and then we were just worrying and struggling about how to survive. We wouldn't have the mindset or the energy or be able to do what we're doing. So there does have to be an exchange. There does have to be a support of people doing this type of work in order for us to dedicate our lives to doing it. There's nothing selfish about that. If you want to be a reader, there's nothing selfish about charging for that. It's energy, and money is just energy. Okay, so we offer a lot of free stuff. We offer a lot of low cost things, and then we offer programs. So there's something for everyone, I hope. So Christine, this is very interesting. And then Angel, we'll get to you. This is so interesting because based on Susie's cards, and then what Susie had read for you, and then you saying, not in a business, but yet the daily guidance card that I just pulled for you is Shower of Abundance. Absolutely beautiful card. There's something in your energy that is reflecting or surrounding your abundance. Okay. I'm going to read this and then I'm going to share what comes through for me for you. Okay. To heal your financial situation, first give us your worries concerning money. Part of what this means is, acceptance and surrender for wherever you are. Okay. We will guide you in order to show you how to create and accept abundance. As we work together, your financial situation will heal as fast as you will allow. So there's so many, I love this card, not just about abundance, but there are so many vital messages here for manifesting and working with your spirit team. The allowance part, okay, is so important, guys. The allowance part is so important. You receive what you allow. Your level of what the love you receive, of the abundance you receive, of the joy you receive. It's all part of what that 95% of your mind you're not aware of is allowing, which is why the mindset stuff is important, okay? Which is why the other program I have is a mindset work, mindset and transformational coaching program, because it works hand in hand with this. And you see what Spirit's guiding you here. It says, as we work together, so you're a part of the team and your spirit team, your spirit guides and angels are part of your team. Okay. Your financial situation will heal as fast as you allow. Part of that, though, has to do with, hi, Rosalie. Wow, great to see you. Part of that, Christine, is, remember, abundance, guys, is an umbrella, and it hovers over love, joy, money, peace, all these different things that we want. Abundance is like an umbrella for all of that. And so if your focus is on feeding that abundance, just like if you feed your bank account, right? Feeding that abundance. Part of what I'm getting for you here, Christine, is really looking inward and seeing not just financially, but abundance-wise. What are you actually feeding energetically in your life? Are you feeding things that you want that are really going to flourish and grow the garden that you want? Or are you feeding old habits that also have some weeds in them? And I think this is really important for that. The shower of abundance, what that tells me is that that's right there for you. Abundance, meaning all those things that you're wanting to receive. It's already coming your way. You just need to look inward and kind of relax into it. Accept the things you need to, get out of the comfort zones when you need to allow the floodgates to come down and open so that abundance can flow into you, okay? And I think this is a fantastic, if I got this as my daily guidance for today, I'd be like jumping for joy. So this is great. Welcome, Rosalie. Angel, Susie's got a card for you.
Just one final thing to say to Christine, as you were talking, I was very much reminded of many, many years ago when I first started on this path and I was having readings for myself. I remember receiving a reading and being told, I see you buying a new car. And I'm like, oh yeah, I've just bought one. She said, well, you've just bought a red one. I was like, no, it's definitely not red, it's black. She said, no. She said, you're buying a red car. I said, well, I won't be buying one now because I've literally just bought a new car. And I think probably got to the point where I was argumentative with her, as I was in those days. I was a lot younger then. And I remember coming away thinking, wow, that was, can't take that, it's not true. I've just bought a car. And all of these thoughts going around in my head, completely forgot all about it. And then it was about 3 years later, and I know that because it's a story that I often share with my students and that. It was about 3 years later, I was out, decided to change my car, went out, and what did I buy? I bought a red car. And I was driving it probably a few months down the line, driving along, and all of a sudden it was like a ping. This light bulb went off and I was like, oh my God. That's what she told me when she did my reading, that I was going to get a red car.
Yeah.
So, readings, messages, as Larkin mentioned earlier, we're outside the realms of linear time. We're in a realm of quantum time. So there is no time as such to when we share messages, we share what we're receiving, and just be open. Just be open to that receiving, you know, and it may be, oh, wow, a few weeks, a few months, a few days, a few years, who knows? But just be open is all I'll say there. And yes, Angel, we're just coming to you, Angel.
Absolutely.
I love that. I love
Yeah,
that.
it is important. And you know, and as we're saying this, I'm going to shuffle for you here, Angel. As she's saying this, I mean, I can't emphasize this enough. You know, I'm very skeptical. I don't trust everyone to read for me. I really don't. I mean, I mean, Susie's one of the only people I trust to read for me. Even Hollywood mediums, like, I mean, no offense, but that means nothing to me. Most of the Hollywood mediums, honestly, I don't even believe are real. Now, I know we can all do this, but Susie and I are very into doing it purely, which is why if you guys are interested in mediumship or enhancing your intuition, I encourage you guys to, you know, subscribe and test out the Awakening Your Intuition group, and then and go through our program, because there's a real difference between what is being marketed and advertised and what the real mediumship and connecting with spirit is. And there are a lot of really good, genuine readers, but it doesn't mean, and I'm very open and honest about this. I did a whole radio program just on when I'm wrong. It's not the ego. When you come for a reading, the ego wants to, oh, is the reader right? Is the reader wrong? Are they fake or are they real? You really have to get over that. You know, if you're going to get a genuine reading, because it actually blocks the reading, because it's a partnership between you and spirit and the reader. So what is your energy coming into the reading? Your spirit messages are coming with you. So are you bringing the, you know, and it's good to be skeptical, but when you come into the reading, allow and be open. And what you'll find is it allows for more validation. And it doesn't mean go believe every reader that comes about. You know, follow your intuition. But understand that all of this is interpretation to read the frequency. So when Susie and I are doing cards or a reading, like I'm shuffling right now, it's literally limitless amounts of vibrational frequency. And we're having to translate for you. My vision and perspective of it is it's like trying to interpret countless languages through my own human mind, through my own English language to you. And so that's why oftentimes, like, each soul and spirit and angel will come through a little different with each of us for each of you, because it has to be in connection to you. And when you allow us, which you all do so graciously, you allow us to go through that process of bringing it full circle, so you can also get practical guidance and verification and validation that it's really for you. We are so grateful, because that's what makes a beautiful reading. Okay. Angel says, I need a new car as well. Okay. Well, let's see what comes up for you here. Angel.
Such a beautiful name.
I know, isn't it?
So,
Hi, Tracy Ann.
As I was reading through the comments, I came across Angels where it says, I need a new car as well. And I literally had pulled for you, or the shuffle did, the Fool in the tarot, which is obviously the 0. And it says, yes, new beginnings are ahead, but it's too soon for commitment. But before I even read that, I was fully embraced in this energy of you are on the precipice of new beginnings. Everything for you now is like, I want to look at everything with fresh eyes. I'm having a complete new start. And all the things that you are wanting to manifest are literally like that for you now. There feels like there's been this whole, interestingly, as Larkin was talking about energy and everything, there's been this whole energetic shift for you. It's like you've really almost, I want to say, gone through the mill, you know, trying to find words in the English language to reflect what the energy is showing me. but everything around you now is, it's almost like I'm just seeing rainbows everywhere, you know, rainbow colors surround you. You feel like you're such a vibrant, colorful person as well. And it's just been, that energy is what's been keeping you going. It's been what sustained you through all the challenges that you've had throughout your life. And you're now at this point of, if Spirit and the angels were handing out gold medals, you would be at the top of the list at the moment, is what I want to say, because they've seen the challenges that you've overcome. They've seen the strength that you've put into getting to where you are today. And now it's time to really just start trusting in the things that you've learned, is what I want to say to you as well. You know, I have such a sense of goddess energy around you at this present moment. And it just, just can't find the words to express it. Phenomenal is what I want to say. Now, whether or not you are aware of this for yourself is unclear, because I just feel like I'm wearing sort of blinkers at the moment, you know, like when the horse has those lovely little blinkers on that sort of, they always look like half glasses to me, you know, so they've got that focused in one direction, but their peripheral vision is blocked off. And there's that energy around you at the moment where I feel there's still some of that going on for you, that you're just not quite seeing energetically the full picture. And it's almost as if you're clinging on to something at the moment that is not really helping you. And now, whether this is a situation or a person, I get the sense it's both. And it's about needing to release the energy around that, trusting in everything is for you now is coming down to trust, because the new beginnings are there. The start is there. You're at this place, this beautiful place that the Fool is in, of really just starting. You know, the tarot tells a story. It starts with the Fool at the very beginning of the path. And then through that journey, you go through the major arcana and you tell a story. And that's what I'm being shown for you. You are at this starting position now where you can rewrite your story, where you can start off the way that you want your life to be and start to bring into being that which you desire. Now, we talk a lot about mindset and we talk a lot about energy and how that all works. This is the beginning for you, Angel. This isn't, you know, in no way am I sort of touting for business here, but I do feel that you need to find somebody to help you on this journey now. You know, your mentors, your guides, however they come to you, in whatever way they come to you. But be open to receiving. You know, I remember, how many years ago now, Larkin, has it been 3 that we've been together? I lose track of time. I remember sitting one day saying, please bring me the mentor that's going to help me on my journey. I added other things into it because I had specifics that I was sort of looking for. And no word of a lie, within about a week, I received a message out of the blue saying, oh, you were interested in my 5-day course. Would love you to join me. The next one starts on such and such a date. Love and blessings, Larkin. And I'm thinking, who on earth is Larkin? I don't remember doing this. I don't remember registering. I don't even recognize the name. But I thought, actually, that is exactly what I'm looking for at this moment. So I messaged and said, yes, please, love to. And that was the start of my Fool's journey to where I am today now. And here we sit. So I think it's about being open, being ready to receive, and finding the right mentor for you. You know, energy is a two-way street. It's a two-way exchange, as Larkin was saying earlier. you know, and not just in money. It's the energy exchange of finding the people that you resonate with and you are happy to work with. And I feel that rather than focus on everything else that you are desiring, like the car and other things in life, ask that question, find me the right mentor, bring me to the right person or persons that will help me on this journey that I'm now looking forward to starting, and just sprinkle rainbows everywhere is what I want to say, because the spirit and angels are surrounding you in rainbow. And I can't think of anything more beautiful than being surrounded by rainbows from the world of spirit.
So first of all, Susie tells this story of us meeting all the time, and I do not remember it that way at all. Because I don't ever reach out to anyone that hasn't already come to one of my like live events or anything like that. And I never would have sent her anything that would not have already come. She would have not already signed up for one of my events or done a live with me. So it had to be pure divine, because honest to God, I don't remember that. It's just not how I work. I'm very clear about who I work with. I only will take students and clients that I want to work with. And I didn't know her. So this was divine. I mean, we're like soul sisters.
I know, absolutely. The universe just brought us together, and it was just, yeah.
And the other funny thing, Angel, and I want to say hi to Tracy Hand. I want to say
hi, Tracy.
To, there were a couple other people here. I just want to quick say hi to. I don't know what happened here. Oh, I think we had more comments. And Swantek, I want to say hi to Donna Ray. Welcome, and thank you for joining.
Hi, Donna.
So yeah, evidently there's a lot going on for you, Angel, because I pulled an Archangel card for you, which is Jeremiah, all is well, and I'm going to share that with you. But then I was pulling the daily guidance cards for you, and there were so many cards vibrating for you and jumping out of the deck, and I'm like, oh my God, I got 4 cards. And I had to tell the deck to stop. So I'm going to try to go through them efficiently, but I think that's hilarious. So we're going to do the all is well card first. And I do have to get off in like 12 minutes because I got to head to the barn. But 4 is a lot. Yeah, just lots of messages for you, evidently. So, and what is on there? A rainbow. I picked up before Susie said rainbows. I've had this card sitting here for like 10 minutes for you. So, but all is well. Jeremiah, everything is happening exactly the way it is supposed to. This is such an important message that our ego will just not let us accept. Everything is always working out for you.
Sorry,
okay?
Ignore me.
Hi, Rosalie. And so everything is working out exactly the way it's supposed to. This trust in that, this faith in that is so important, because this is what allows in. This is what bypasses the egoic mind and the resistance that stops everything that is in flow and alignment for you. Okay. Let's see. So everything is happening exactly as it is supposed to. With hidden blessings, you will soon understand. And by soon, don't let that make you go, okay, when is soon? When is soon? It doesn't matter. These are coming out of time and space. Okay. So allow life to reveal itself. And this is how you discover miracles. Okay. So I think that's an amazing card. And I'm so excited for that card. Gabriel must be here. Gabriel loves to take paper and light items like this and toss them up in the air, at least with me. That's what he does. He's done that forever. And then I'm going to go over these briefly and efficiently, because I know we have a couple other people we need to get to.
Yeah.
Of the 4 cards that I allowed it to give me, blessings in disguise. Okay. This kind of reverberates what the all is well card said. Okay. What appears to be a problem is actually part of your answered prayer. You'll understand the reasons behind your present situation and everything. That everything resolves. Trust in heaven's protection and infinite wisdom to answer your prayers in the best possible way. What is the underlying theme here? Trust, faith. Use the attitude of things are always working out for me. Okay. The next thing that popped out in your daily guidance card is steady progress. We acknowledge you for the progress you've made in remembering love in your daily activities. We can clearly see the contribution you're making in the world, your thoughts, feelings, and actions of love. So, Angel, what I get from this when I see this as well is, remember, everything in our human form comes from habits and repetition. You have a consistent pursuit of intuitively connecting with the spiritual aspect of your life and your consciousness, right? And you are making progress. You're making progress in your awareness, in your in all of that stuff. Okay. Hi, Kim. Welcome. Awesome. I'm so excited. We'll love to have you. This is perfect for you, Kim. She wants to subscribe to the Awakening Your Intuition. So I'm telling her that's awesome. It's perfect for it. Susie and I tend to attract a lot of people wanting to develop their abilities here. But this steady progress, Angel, is reassurance. Is Spirit telling you right now, you're on track, your pursuit and tenacity is going to pay off, okay? If you forget these, you can go back and watch the replay. And
You're
then,
welcome, Christine.
I'm going to do this one next, release and surrender. This is your call to action, okay? Or one of your calls to action, Angel. We shower you with blessings of our radiant love. This is true for all of you. Open your arms and release the challenges that you've held tightly gripped within your hand. In other words, when you stop holding on or needing things to happen in a certain way and you learn to relax and trust, this is when things will happen for you. Okay? Open your hands and arms and hearts and our love for our love and assistance. Okay, so in other words, as you kind of relax and you trust and allow things to flow, it'll be easier. And that's also the frequency of allowing. Okay. And last but not least, before I told them enough, was the focus on service card. Again, you see rainbows in the background and rainbows. I picked all these, before and during Susie's reading for you. Your soul desires only to joyfully serve and to swim in the constant stream of bliss. So whatever your egoic mind is telling you, as you sink deeper down, you'll find your intuitive soul message. Hello, sweet Peaches. I love her. That's Susie's little dog, guys. She's so precious. The stream continuously feeds your every need. Put your entire focus on staying in this stream of giving and receiving in every situation and in all that you do. What this is going to do, Angel, is this is going to align you in a particular way to receive the abundance and the fulfillment and the ease of your alignment and where you want to head. Okay? So I hope this helps you. Awesome. Thank you, Tracy. Let's see. Goodbye, Christine. You're welcome. Let's see. Yes, it works. Thank you, Anne. Okay, so let's see. Who else?
So Rosalie is next.
Rosalie, awesome.
I believe.
Excellent.
Peaches
All right.
always wants to join in with the energy. I'm sure if she could read for you, she would.
Oh, she would, and she can.
Yeah.
So guys, you're all able to comment. That's fine. That's good. I was gonna say we don't have any loose Facebook users on there. We can tell them you can subscribe to the channel, and then we can see your comments. Or if you log in through StreamYard, you're all showing up, so that's great. You're welcome, Angel. Yes, Peach is freaking adorable. My dog's all ran downstairs with my husband.
Yeah.
Angel's.
Oh, thank you.
This is an angel.
It
Right
was
after-
It was the name she was given when she was born, and I kept it. I couldn't
Okay.
change it. My other dog I had at the time was called Griff, and it was just like peaches and Griff. Just goes together like peaches and cream. So yeah, so you were a lovely couple together, weren't you, for a few years?
Aww.
So while you're shuffling, Rosalie, the card that's come out for you, a lot of major arcanas coming out now. We have the Wheel of Fortune.
Hello, Gabriel.
And the number 10. And it says, maybe it's all about timing. Trust your intuition and go for when it feels right. Now, as we've talked about timing, and there is no timing, timing's linear. This card feels for me, it's very much about trusting your intuition. I do feel that there's something in life for you at the moment that it feels like it's either going or it's gone full circle. And you're sort of looking at it and thinking, why has that come round again? What is this repetition that's taking place? I do feel that there's some external influences around this, and it's very much happening not because of something you've done, but because of something that's taking place in this external environment. But it's also bringing into your awareness this energy of intuition. It feels very much like it's developing, it's growing. I feel this sense of, I've got this real sense of warmth in my solar plexus at the moment, but as I'm sensing it, it's moving up into my chest. So I'm just becoming aware that perhaps intuitively you are tuning in more sensitively to the sensations in your body. You know, a lot of times when we talk about our intuition, it's almost there's this expectation that we see things or we hear things. Yes, there are clear senses, and yes, they can be a part of that. It can be the way that our intuition guides us. But for me, our intuitive knowing is more in that energy realm of feeling, of just having that sense of knowing. And it can be that you get, you know, it can start off with like the butterflies in the tummy or the sense of nausea. And this is where it can become complicated, I feel, or we can overcomplicate it ourselves. You know, I used to spend a lot of years learning, developing, growing. And I always found when I was getting an intuitive nudge, I would feel sick. But of course, when you feel nauseous or sick, you immediately think something's wrong. So I never listened to my intuition until I realized that sense of nausea wasn't actually nausea. I wasn't actually feeling sick. It was an energy within me that was different to what I was used to feeling. And for whatever reason, my mind made it nausea, made it this feeling of sickness. And then my mind went, oh, well, if that's the case, then it's wrong. Don't listen to it. And over the years, I've learned just to go, okay, I've got this sensation. What is it? What am I aware of? And just trusting in that and not really labeling it if I could, you know, to give it a label, because then it made it more, well, as Larkin would say, it took me into the mind and out of the body. So there's something around this for you. And I hope you get a glimmer of what I'm trying to bring across to you for this, because there's something as well that's coming in for you that when it happens, it's going to be like this big explosion of wow. And life is just going to change. You know, the Wheel of Fortune is literally going to, if I had to give it an analogy, I would have to say it'll feel like it's like you've won the lottery. But I'm not saying that's what's going to happen, but that's the feeling. The best way I can describe this, whatever this is that's coming in for you. But for the moment, in this present moment and now, there's more this sense and this feeling of you focusing on trusting your intuition, learning to understand the nuances, the subtleties of the energy and what your body is showing you and bringing into your awareness. And I just want to finish off with, there's a gentleman in spirit who he's shown me medals on his chest. He's standing very tall, very strong, very stoic, man of few words, but he's just showed me that he's around you and that he's bringing you in the strength that you need. And I'll leave it with you, Larkin.
Beautiful. I love it. I have cards for you, but I want to comment on this for a minute. Everything, and I'm going to step outside the box here, everything is interpretation, not just with spirit. If I say, wow, you look lovely today, you could go, oh my God, that's so great, I look lovely. Or you could say, what, do I not look lovely every day? There's a woman giving me that compliment. Am I just, I'm sorry, Anne, I'm not sure why you can't hear. Make sure we're not on mute. So yes, the interpretation, but I want to throw a couple things out there because that opens up a can of worms. Nothing has meaning until you give it meaning. And this is part of where spirit guides us to do our mindset work. Because if someone says something to you and they mean it in a snarky way, but you want it to serve you, don't interpret that way. You could interpret their snarky comment as they're having a bad day. And there was an opportunity to rise up and be a bigger person and remember who I am. Right? So everything is interpretation. It becomes broader when we step outside of the confines of time and space and we're dealing with spirit. Because everything is energy and all energy has a frequency. So when Susie and I are interpreting things for readings, it's a lot broader, right? So when we're talking about interpretation in this world, we have the same problem. How do we interpret and communicate with animals? We're going to do animal readings, by the way. How do we interpret, talking to trees? How do we interpret relationships and if someone texts us back or not? How do we interpret what family means? How do we interpret a business client? There are all sorts of interpretations. But when we're dealing with spirit and non-physical, it gets broader. And that's where it seems so hard, right? Which is why we have to take the first thing that comes and not allow it's when our mind overthinks it. It's our ego that overthinks it that makes it complicated. Okay, remember, when it's ego, it's complex, confusing, and complicated. When it's spirit and consciousness, it's clear and simple, easy and loving and light. Okay, it's that easy. The other thing I want to mention here too is the stay with the body part. Yes, because what Susie was referring to is a way of processing these messages and in telling whether they're authentic or not, using the signs and signals in your body to verify that, right? Just like maybe you walk into a store and you get a sick feeling in your stomach. That can be your intuition, your guides, your higher self telling you get out of there, right? But we don't always want to stay with the body. We don't always want to stay with the head. Sometimes we just let it flow, right? So you can use you might be a person that, like for Susie, that was a way of spirit, of messages getting her attention. So if you're not getting something without the physical aspect, then the body can play a part, but it doesn't always. Okay, so part of what the awakening your intuition, and I'm not trying to sell this to you guys, this is about you remembering who you are. You don't have to work with us. Part of learning your intuition and remembering who you are, which is the basis for all psychic and mediumship abilities, is learning to differentiate what is the human part of you, the mind and the ego and the thought that you need for certain things as a tool for the consciousness. And what is the consciousness part of you that connects to spirit? The mind is only to do the presenting once we interpret. Okay. And that's really important. So that's a great comment. I do have to get off because I've got rescue horses and I got to run to the barn. So I'm going to do your cards I got for you, Rosalie. Purple, purple, purple is what's coming through for you. That is a spiritual color. At least that's what it means for us humans here in this world. The first one I got with your, well, I'll do the Archangel card first. Archangel Ariel. Wow, she's so powerful, and she is the one that is the guardian of the animals. And she communicates with nature, and nature connects you to spirit. Okay, it encourages your intuition. Her message is spread your wings. This beautifully goes with what Susie was sharing with you. It's time to spread your wings. Okay. Let's see. Thank you, Tracy. Sorry, Anne. I hope you get that fixed. Don't hold back right now. The timing is perfect, and you are ready to soar. So, Rosalie, you are at a new plateau, right? I've known you on Facebook for quite a few years now, and you've always had that energy around you of kind of refraining a little, holding a little back, being interested, but kind of waiting and holding back a little bit. Now is the time to soar. And so that can mean that you've held yourself back for a while, maybe from things you're not even aware of, and you're ready to get out of that comfort zone. Or it can just mean that things have been building up and you've been preparing, and now is time. But, you know, one of the things this message reminds us of is that everything we want is on the outside of our comfort zone. Guys, I cannot emphasize this enough. As a spiritual interpreter and a mindset coach, I cannot encourage this enough. You're both. You're a soul with a human body, but that means right now you have an ego and a mind. Everything your heart desires is on the outside of your comfort zone, which means in order to get there, you must become who and what you would be in order to experience those things you're desiring. That means getting out of your comfort zone. That means facing fear and making the unfamiliar familiar and the uncomfortable comfortable. Okay. So part of what this is saying is spread your wings and soar. You know, when I was a kid, my mom told me a story one time because I was at a point of overcoming certain things she hadn't. And what she said to me was, just keep in mind, it's like this. She said, maybe there are generations of birds that don't have wings big enough to soar across the canyon. And they bring their babies up to the top of the canyon to feed and to call. And one day, one of those baby birds whose wings have fledged takes off and soars across the canyon where her parents and her grandparents and her great-grandparents were not able to do. They could walk to the edge and they could flutter around, but they couldn't soar. And what my mom was telling me was, one day you're going to soar to levels that I can't, because you're going to take it a step further. And that's part of what this means. Spread your wings. It's time for you to do that now. Okay? Go beyond some of what you've seen. Okay? Yes, nature amplifies intuition. It does. Don't even get me started on that, or we'll be here for 3 more hours. But this is really important. So spread your wings, and your daily card I got for you, interestingly enough, is time to go. Time for me to go, I know. It says, the sun sets and rises each day, and it is the same with the avenues in our lives. See the beauty within each sunset in your life, and know that the sun will also rise again tomorrow. Endings are merely the start of new beginnings, and we are with you through each phase and cycle. So this means there are some aspects and phases you're going to have to let go of. You are, and Susie saw this too in her reading, you're coming to the end of certain roads, and you're having to choose other ones. And when there's stagnancy, we tend to struggle and suffer. But when we spread our wings and we fly and we go forward, it's not about trying to not make a mistake. Mistakes teach us where to go and where not to. It's about making the powerful choice to move forward and to let life show you, oh, not this way, but yeah, that way. Otherwise, you stay where you are and then you end up kind of struggling and suffering. But if you move forward regardless, the path to hell is paved with indecision. So make choices, move forward with confidence. And if life says, that's not the one for you, then you turn, you try a different one. You want to keep moving. You want to keep going. Okay, it's just time to go. And I trust that. All right. Thank you, Tracy. All right. Awesome. Very good. Anne would like a reading. Susie, are you able to stay around at all? Or
I think Tracy was the last one that
okay,
was asking for a reading, wasn't it?
Perfect.
Yeah.
I see Anne says
Anne can't hear us, so I think Anne's been on before. She's one of our regulars that pops up, so thank you, Anne. It's lovely to see you back again. So I think I can do Tracy, make Tracy our very last one. If anybody else is requesting, then please come back and find us next week.
And I love you all. I've got a couple.
I literally walked in straight from work, so I've not even caught up with a cup of tea yet. So
love you all. Thank you so much. I'll see you next Monday, and check our pages out for stuff between now and then.
Yeah. So I will do a card for Tracy, and then we'll get off. So Tracy, thank you very much, everybody, for staying. It's so lovely to have you all here and share these messages with you, and all our other pearls of wisdom as well, and answering your questions. But it's fabulous, and I'm deeply grateful. So Tracy, you have the 7 of Cups, and the words on it say, no, confusion plays a part here. Now, again, as I said, these are based on usually questions that are asked specifically. What I'm feeling for you around the 7 of Cups is there's a bit of, and I guess the confusion part is right here, because I am feeling not confused, but I'm feeling like I'm in a bit of an emotional turmoil. I'm feeling like it's almost like I'm being told things and then I'm doubting it, and then I'm questioning what I'm hearing or what's being said to me. And then one minute I'm just feeling, okay, that's fine. I feel quite happy about that. And then the next minute I'm sort of questioning it and I'm not entirely sure. And it just really feels like I want to come in to practicing my own way of trusting my intuition. I don't know if you're somebody that meditates, but I certainly feel that when you're getting into this place of this emotional imbalance, shall we say, that you just take a breath rather than perhaps meditate on it or anything like that. It really just feels like I want to energetically just draw my energy back in. I feel very empathic. So I do feel that you are somebody who takes on board a lot of other people's emotions or a lot of people's worries or concerns. I almost feel like you can be a problem solver for other people. And when you do that, you tend to forget about yourself sometimes. So I just feel I want to draw you back in to remind yourself that you are important, that it's about looking out for you, looking after you. And, sometimes and it comes back to the no word on here. Sometimes the hardest word we can say to another is no, but it's about putting those boundaries in place for yourself. It's about being aware of what it is that you want, and it's great that we can help others. We all come here, and all of us that are going down walking the spiritual world, the spiritual path, if you like, one of our beliefs is that we're here to help others, and that may be true. It may be, and how we do that can be in a multitude of ways. you know, and we can always be drawn to, oh, I want to be a reader, I want to do mediumship, I want to be a healer. But there are many, many other ways as well that we can help others. But importantly, we have to help ourselves first. We have to be number one in our world, because when we are, and when we have nurtured ourselves to the point that our energy fields are balanced, that our cup is full, as the saying goes, you know, we can then help others without depleting our own energy systems and our own energy field. So I do feel with the Seven of Cups, as I'm looking at it, there's lovely candles here, they're dotted around the skulls, and there's like more on one side than there is on the other. So I really feel that I want to take this energy and bring it into balance so that there is an equal measure of energy for yourself and for the energy that you are sharing with others. As I look at the two skulls, there's one above the other as well. So there's this feeling of, whilst you're not putting somebody as such on a pedestal, I do feel that perhaps there's a level of you seeing somebody as being better at what they do than you. They're not better than you, but there's certainly this sense of you feel that they are better in some respects. And it's not that at all. They have gained their skills, their experience, and got to the point that they've got, that by doing what they've done. You are not them. You are you. You are unique. You are your own individual. You are the set. We're all the same. You know, we're all connected. We're all the same. And there is, in my eyes and energy, there is no status, and there is no way that somebody is above me, below me, or anything like that. And I feel that whilst this is perhaps not something that you are intentional with, there is perhaps just a little bit of a belief that's come in somewhere, and you look almost a comparison. Perhaps comparison is the better word to use here when trying to find the words, the English language to use. So I feel it's okay. What's coming through from Spirit is stop comparing yourself to others. You are you. You are unique. You are on, again, I feel like, as I said to somebody else previously, you're on the precipice of new beginnings. There's new starts coming in for you. There's new ways of working. There's new things that you're going to be doing. You're going to be developing in your own way, at your own pace. And you are going to be able, and I'm seeing your comment now, I doubt my mediumship. You are going to be able to trust that mediumship. You're going to be able to use that in ways that will help others. But I also want to say in ways that you are at this point in time not aware of, because sometimes if we become aware of how we're going to be, you know, we can scare ourselves into running in the other direction. If you'd said to me 3-4 years ago, Sue, you're going to be sat on social media doing lives, talking to others, and I'd have gone, oh no, and I'd have been running in the other direction. Here I am, because I didn't see that. I didn't know that that's what was going to be happening for me. It was a progression. I did one thing, one step at a time. So I feel as well, this is about taking one step at a time and really just finding your own unique way to trust in yourself as well. So hope that's helped, Tracy, and thank you so much. And okay, I'm just going to switch through the comments quickly. So Anne, okay, so Anne, I will do a card for yourself because you've been patiently waiting and been with us through this. So thank you so much for still being here. Oh, you're very welcome, Tracy. It's a pleasure. And Kim Withers. Kim Withers was Wiggins. Oh, that's lovely. Yeah, I'll do a card for you as well, Kim. So, Anne, this one is for you. Just go back and reselect a new card. All right, so Anne, you have the Ace of Cups, and on it says definitely. You'll even get the rose-colored glasses this time. Okay, for me, the cups again is about our emotions. It's about our intuition. It's about relationships. The Ace of Cups is for me one of the biggies that we can get. It's a very positive energy. It's a beautiful energy. But again, and this seems to be the theme for today, this is about you as an individual, you as a unique being, about you caring for yourself, about doing things for you and not constantly giving away to others. I do feel though, because as I'm looking at this card, there's this beautiful cup with the skull above it, and then next to it there's a smaller candle glowing, and I do feel that there perhaps is something, a situation around you or a person around you who looks at life. I don't feel this is you, but this is them. Looks at life through rose-colored glasses, as the card is saying, and they need to just be a little bit more prudent in their choices, is what I want to say as well. But for you as a whole, this is a very positive card. There's a lot of positivity and positive energy coming in around for you. Potentially some changes that are coming up are going to have positive outcomes as well. I don't know why, but I'm being shown a house, and I'm being shown a new house. Now, whether this is changes to the home that you're already in, or whether this is a move that's coming in, there's something positive coming in around that as well. So just look and see where you can be open to receiving these potentials as well. You were talking earlier about energy and your hands feeling warm and feeling the sensation of energy. As I'm looking at this card, I'm very drawn to healing work around you. So I don't know if Reiki is something you're interested in, energy work is something you're interested in, but again, working with this energy, working in ways that you're helping yourself, but then it goes on that you help others. That's going to help you understand more about where you're growing and moving with your own spiritual work as well. So thank you. Oh, you're welcome, Rosalie. Thank you so much. So I hope that helps, Anne, and thank you. And then last but no means least, I believe, just need to scroll through now. Sorry, I did see some, Kim, wasn't it? Kim Witherwas Wiggins. What a beautiful name, Kim. If you're still here, this next card is for you. And you have the Seven of Cups as well. That came up earlier, and it says, so for you with the Seven of Cups, where are you, Kim? Let me just pop you on there so I've got a little bit of a feel for your energy. I'm being drawn to the words decision and decision making, and these keep coming in quite clearly. Decision making. So there's something around a decision that you have to make, and it does feel like it's a very significant one. That at this moment in time, even though again, with this card, I feel it's very much about boundaries. It's about knowing when to say no and when to say yes. Because even though on here it says confusion plays a part, I don't really get the sense that you feel confused around this. I just get more a sense of that you're actually taking your time to make a decision. It's almost like the decision making is the word is stronger, is being left to you. So it almost feels like this is perhaps a collaboration with somebody else or a group of people, but it always feels like, you feel to me like a leader. You feel like you're somebody who leads people and people look up to you, they listen to you, and hence why the decision making then falls on you. But what I want to say with this particular situation is is this needs to be a collaboration. It needs to be a decision that's not made just by you on your own. There has to be a unison. There has to be an agreement as a group, or as the collaboration, however many of you there are, that this decision isn't made just by one person, that it's made by all of you. For me as well, I don't know why, but I keep getting the sense of 7 and manifestation. So I feel like there's some manifestation work going on around for you as well. So I don't know if you're drawn to the law of attraction, manifestation work, vision boarding, all that sort of practicing. These are tools that you can use. And I don't know why that's relevant, but it's just popped in. And I always give what I receive. I do feel at the moment that I feel an energy of sort of questioning, doubtful. So I don't know if you're questioning your own intuition, your own inner knowing, your own, whether you're doubtful of what you're receiving, because I do guess sorry, I'm smiling now because I've been shown for some unusual reason, and I do get the most random of images sometimes, and I always say I don't see. But I'm getting a sense of an ice cream van and a long queue of people waiting at this ice cream van for, like, the partition to open. And I feel this is more a metaphor. This is more symbology, that there's a queue of spirit energy here around you, waiting for you to, like, open that partition to your third eye so that they can start connecting with you. So if you are developing your mediumship, you are working with this, then they are there ready and waiting to help you. They're not all going to rush in at once, because I do get a sense of feeling that that's perhaps why you're holding back a little bit, is that there's this sort of concern that when you did, you would suddenly get this deluge of messages or spirit connections, or however you see or feel it, and it would overwhelm you. And that's not the case at all. But it is important, they're saying, that you find a way of keeping your boundaries, of putting your boundaries in place, not just with any spiritual work that you do, but also in your day-to-day life, because there's something around your boundaries being a bit pushed, a bit prodded. And I really just want you to be able to say thank you, but no thank you. So I hope that's helped, Kim. So on that note, thank you so much, everybody, for being here. Totally appreciate you all. We're very grateful. Both Larkin and I absolutely love bringing these sessions together for you. We are very flexible at this moment in time. We do try to keep to Mondays. I unfortunately couldn't make last night because it was my birthday last week. Yes, I do have them, and I do love to celebrate my birthdays. And I had a lovely weekend, and my partner took me to the ballet to see Swan Lake last night. So hence why we weren't able to do last night. But as it turned out, Larkin had technical issues anyway. So the universe conspired to bring us together tonight. And here we are. So you can follow us on all our different pages. Oh, you're very welcome, Kim. Thank you very much. Yeah, I always have, I love birthdays, and I never have a birthday day. I either have a birthday week, a birthday month, and sometimes I've even had birthday years where I've done things throughout the year to celebrate. So yeah, so last night was the ballet. Tomorrow night is the opera. So I'm very spoiled, very blessed. I'm very grateful for all these wonderful, wonderful experiences that life can bring us. And if you'd said that to me a year ago, I would have gone, nope, not going to happen. And here we are. So it's about being open and receiving, as always. And yeah, come and find us next week. All being well, we will be here on Monday and 12 o'clock PST, EST. I still can't get used to Larkin's time zone, but 5 p.m. in the UK for me. You can find me at Angels and Intuitive Connection. That's my private group. I also have Susie Antara Creative Emporium. The Creative Emporium is a group where I share the products that I love, and linked to be able to sell as well. I make some of my own. I'm making, at this present moment, I'm making angel toolkits, which are a combination of essential oils, bath salts, crystals, and a variety of other little things that you can use to help create and develop your connection to the angels. I had one at this present moment. I have 5 boxes left. The throat chakra and the heart chakra have gone, so the others are linked to the other 5 chakras. The lady who bought the throat chakra messaged me the other day and said how grateful she was. It helped her to open up her throat and be able to communicate with her family in a way that she hadn't been able to do in a long, long time. So I love creating these boxes. I love the energy that I put into them to help others. So if that's something you might be interested in, drop me a message and we can talk some more about those. I'm creating some more oracle cards. So again, the oracle cards that I'm creating at the moment, I share privately at the moment in Angels and Intuitive Connection, because I just want them to be private for the time being until they're ready to go out into public view for printing. So they will be coming up very soon. I do already have a deck of cards available that I produced about 3 years ago now, and I just love creating oracle cards. It's my creative side that just gets flowing, and I just love it, and the way the angels connect. Larkin is running her mastermind classes, so you can find about all those on her pages and her website, where my bio will be going up very shortly. And there's just so much more we want to share with you. And we are just so very blessed and grateful that you join us every week. So much love and blessings to you all. Thank you to everybody who's been here live. And if you're watching the replay, thank you for you. And you know, readings are timeless, readings are eternal, and readings can be open to be received by others, by anybody, should you come across one, even if it wasn't specifically for you. If the energy of that reading resonates for you, then take the message. And thank you so much. Much love and blessings. Bye-bye.